do a nice little rundown on all of them. You know, shout out to the Boston Celtics too. Get them a nice right round of applause too. Had a you talking about implementing the offense. Oh shit! Y'all know what time it is with the coughing, but implement. Back into at least respectable form. He not the Clay we used to, but he 3 pointers in one of the 2 games. So he had flashes. And that was enough this series. Obviously, if the guys been talking about happened. And you follow that off with an Achilles, the back of your heel. You can't even walk without that shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's not no bullshit injury. You know? That's not a bullshit injury at all. So shout out to Clay. And this next guy, oh shit. Gunshot. But fuck that, not just a gunshot. Storm is here, baby. Quiet Storm is here now, y'all. Y'all had this man kind of fucked up, man. You know, y'all had Wardell, Stephen Curry a little fucked up, man. And I saw that shit on Twitter. I was like, Wardell. I'm like, who the fuck is Wardell? You know what I mean? Who is Wardell? Oh shit, that's his middle name? Oh, so the nigga that got that famous or that up there now. This dude has got that up there. Y'all to track down his middle name. Gotcha. All right. Y'all hit the drop for y'all, man. Y'all are funny. y'all never amazed me, internet. But this guy, y'all, Stephen Wardell, number 30 Curry. Can't say enough about him, man. If you talk about a series where a man's career is kind of almost defined, or a moment where you can say, okay, he was him, he's arrived, he's ascended heights, whatever, all those paraphrasing you those games. Hands down. Couldn't be fucked with. And hey, after that, Boston didn't win another game. People, do y'all understand what happened that series, man? Gunshot, man. Everybody talking that shit. They didn't win a game after Steph dropped 43 at Boston. It was over with. They was down 2-1. They tied that shit up and did not look back no more. It was over with. Because it was like, oh shit, Steph the boogeyman is here. See, I just saw Steph the last few years. You know what I'm saying? When you got a guy like Kevin Durant, the greatest shooter. How do you not pick him? Okay, you said the same thing about KD. Man's a 6'11" shooting guard who can do everything. How you don't pick that? There's no wrong answer. It's a preference. But anyway, like I say, man, they look back. So you talk about games of 43 in Boston, and I mean, he took them fans so like fatality, finish him. You know what I'm saying? like he snatched that shit. And boy, the Golden State needed, because they couldn't throw it in the ocean, standing on the beach. They couldn't, man. I remember that game. Clay had a good first half. After that, they just, Wiggins, and we about to get to Wiggins and Draymond in a minute, y'all. We ain't through with them. Hey, we ain't through with them at all. We got to get these flowers to Steph, though, man. Steph held it down, went to Boston and took them fans' hearts, and they didn't want to see him no more, but they had to. And you go back to Golden State, now here comes Wiggins and Draymond joining the fucking party, man. Gunshot. Yes. About time y'all bought a gun to actual gunfight. The fuck. You niggas had knives while he was down 2-1. Like y'all do know they shooting, right? Why y'all got knives? Oh, man. But nonetheless, Draymond and Andrew have arrived at the party. Hey. Especially Draymond, man. Draymond's one of the greatest defensive ball players in the history of defense. 6'7", 6'8". Can guard multiple positions, arguably 5. Defensive quarterback. Keeps that body accountable. Keeps that body on par. Movements where the ball is, calling out things, just a quarterback defensively, just controlling everything, rotations. You can't say enough about a guy like Draymond. And also, Draymond allows Steph and Clay to be able to play like Steph and Clay. Now, before I go on about Draymond, I'm going to close the door on the Steph Curry shit. You talking about a man now who has everything. This man has 4 championships, a Finals MVP, 2 regular season MVPs, scoring title, All-Star MVPs. The man showed his ass at the All-Star weekend. I was laughing at him shooting threes. Laughing. It was entertaining. Entertainment, literally. Man was shooting from 35 fucking feet. Like it was a free throw. Shit's laughable, man. You laugh at shit like that, man. He's out to have the ball. Man scored 65, man. What the fuck? Then the closeout game, What dog shit? Could have had another 40-something. Put you hands together. Gave y'all the night. Gave y'all the night. Anyone else talking that bullshit? Gave y'all the night. Gunshot. All that shit got to rest though, man. And for all the hot takes, the Steph top 5, top 10, whatever the fuck. Shit. I say this though. With that resume 9 as Finals MVP, you at least got to put him top 10. Now, some would say, who you take out of the top 10? I'm going to leave that up to you as the listener, whoever you think in your mind. Because when we think about these type of things, rankings and all that shit, we never consider who not going to make the cut. We forget that. You forget you're going to leave out a Hall of Famer, great player, legend off the ranking. Or you're going to bump them down because they're all greats. But it just shows you there's levels to it. When you're in a room full of greats, the only thing that separates y'all now is the levels of greatness now. Man, I'm killing this shit, man. I'm killing it. Killing it. Think about the Hall of Fame, right? When you had a Hall of Fame every year, all the Hall of Famers there, everybody gathered, blah, blah. Just like what? The NBA 75 shit. You saw the 75 greatest players ever. And you know what? You still saw who was who. Oh, all of us on the list. But nah, it's levels. Y'all knew who was upper, lower tier, medium, low. Y'all knew who each other was and was not. Y'all, man, not that. Come on, man. Yeah, one side party, when we throw a gunshot, other side party, like, hey, round of applause, man. Yes. That's what I be talking about. Everyone is not just great. Yes, they're great, but there's levels to this shit. And you know it's levels when you put all greats in a room together. The greats feel it. There's greats who know I don't belong on these greats. I don't belong with these guys. They know that shit. I've heard guys like Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson. These are greats. They know good and goddamn well they don't belong with Michael and them. They know this shit. Come on. And that don't diminish their greatness. It's just simply levels. It's levels, man. So bringing all that back to say, Steph is in the building now, y'all. Steph is on the list, but nah, he with them. He with them. Those Mikes, those Cobes, Bronze, Magics. Steph with them now. Shaqs. Yeah, Steph with them. And I'm definitely say this. Another Finals MVP, because they can do this shit again. Y'all got them fucked up. Y'all think they can't. They showed y'all this year. They can do this shit again. With everyone coming back, everyone ascending, everyone, because just like it's been for a few years, you know what everybody been trying to do? They've been trying to catch their ass. The Rockets almost had them a few years ago. They built their whole team to catch Golden State. Phoenix, and I'm still pissed I didn't see that matchup because Dallas blitzed the shit out their ass. That killed all our Phoenix Golden State aspirations. You know what I'm saying? The fuck? I want to see that shit like a motherfucker. That's like you fighting yourself in the mirror. That's you fighting. I definitely want to see that. But these dudes can do this shit again, man. With Phoenix coming back, Denver coming back, Memphis going to be on their ass next year. The Clippers, I'm gonna do my free agency pod next, but you talk about them bringing John Wall over there. If he play what he played like with him and Paul George being healthy, you talk about their own little big three over there, man. Arguably, like, this shit ain't gonna get easier for them, and they can still do this shit again. They won this shit without their young starting to making Wiseman, the 7-foot rookie. This man got his first ring at 20 years old. Only been his second year in the league. Got a ring already. He saw what it takes to win already. You bring him back healthy with the Jordan Poole and the rest of this nucleus. You mean to tell me they can't do this shit again, man? Honestly? Yeah. Need a little dramatics with that. You really think? Man, yeah, man, fuck those Steve. Motherfucker be on their ass next year. Competition. Hey, I know. I know. But nobody saw this shit coming this year. Nobody saw it coming. No, we had penciled in Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Phoenix. Because we didn't know if Klay Thompson was coming. We didn't know shit. Golden State is coming off one of their worst seasons ever. They've been a lottery team the last 3 years, arguably. They got beat in the play-in last year by Ja Morant, which kind of like heated up this damn rivalry, which is fun. Both teams, mind you. You know? That's kind of what makes it a rivalry. Memphis to beat them, then now Golden State came back and beat them on the way to the championship. Now you come back next year healthy. They're going to be a lot better. Oh, it's a rivalry. It might turn into that Sacramento Kings Lakers shit you had back in the 2000s with Bibby and Kobe and all them guys, you know. So it could turn into that, it looks like. But they're going to be back, you know. They're going to be back primarily because of a guy like Steph. So bringing all that back to keep going back. So you say it's back to like Draymond now. And I'm going to give a shout out to Wiggins, get these guys their flowers. Steph is up there now, y'all. He's arrived. He with them. He's just not on the list. He's just not in the Hall of Fame. Steph is on that tier of Hall of Famer now. He's first ballot. See, like the legends who we look at, you know, like I say, your Michaels, your Bronze, all them guys, your first ballot Hall of Famers. Now, don't get me fucked up. Hall of Fame is a Hall of Fame. Everybody don't get in. It's been a little bit more of that happening more on today. Certain, you know, with them letting certain guys in there, you can question it a little bit. But for the most part, it's some guys who can win 300 rings. They're not getting into the Hall of Fame because they just wasn't that. They was a big part of that, but they wasn't the carrier, or as our boy Isaiah Thomas says, the driver. And that's a great analogy. This is Steph, arguably first time winning the championship as the primary driver. He had to drive the vehicle to get them there. Other players might have gave directions, maybe a little co-piloting here and there because it's the team sport. Obviously, yes. But with the way Boston was on their ass defensively the first few games, Golden State not in this shit without Steph, man. Plain and, hey, man. Rival fall once again. Plain and simple. That's why this championship for him is probably the one that's going to hit the hardest for him. And not just for him, for everybody talking about his legacy and shit. This is the one that's going to do it because they absolutely needed him this series. I mean, other years he could slack off a little bit offensively and they still won. You know, Iguodala was an MVP. Then you had Kevin Durant. You see what I'm saying? And he balled out when he had KD. KD was just fucking Kevin Durant. Like when he Kevin Durant, everybody got to go home. Even LeBron. LeBron got to go home when KD like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's been LeBron's biggest competition. Let him tell it. So Steph by default still had a criticism. But now this series, nah, man. They absolutely needed him. And he was there for them every single step of the way, whether they won or lost. He was there, 30 plus, easy. But then, like I say, that 43-point game, that's in Boston when they needed it, man. He single-handedly took over. The way everybody been saying, why you can't take over? Well, no, he did that shit. Not in Golden State, on their shit. In front of them nutty, crazy Boston fans. Like, it was wild. So, shout out to him, man. Now, let's get back to Draymond, man. Draymond, hey, they can't. He had a couple bad games, but he recovered in the last 3. Hey, he got it together, man. 10 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, a few blocks. Hey, that's what Draymond do, man. And I noticed that, too. When he had, 9 assists and 8 rebounds, it was the games where Steph was going to fuck off for real, 35 and 40 and shit, because Draymond gets these guys so many easy shots with his smarts, as far as just knowing where to get them the ball at, when to get it, when to set a screen, when not to set a screen, when to roll over and then set a double screen with another. It's nuts the way this guy can just, the way they work together, those 3. They know each other so well. And Draymond is one of those guys who stars in his role. He's not even necessarily trying to shoot the ball at one point, but I'd say all this. Game 7 of the 2016 finals, if they would have won, they probably got finals MVP, Draymond Green. This man had 34 points and about 12, 13 rebounds at Game 7, and they lost. I remember that. Yeah, picture that. Yeah. Hit that drop. So, hey, y'all got to put some respect on Draymond's name, man. I mean, he had a rough series the first few games, but, he got it together, and, hey, that's another guy he won, So, shout out to him as a 4-time champion. Can't say enough about him. He showed you his value right there when they went good. And Andrew Wiggins. Oh, man. Stand the fuck up, Andrew Wiggins, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Last 3 games, you came out of nowhere, buddy. Say, hey, you're in the middle of a big contract. Say, shit, I'm getting all your money worth now. To be able to have to stick Jason Tatum and get him off his shit a little bit and then still come in and get yours. You talk about games of 20, talk about games of 17 points and 15 rebounds, and you get another game, 25, 23 points and another 13, 14. Hey, Drew. Hey, man, I see you, buddy. I see you. Yes. That was game changer for that series. Because it was one thing for Klay to be, flashing here and there, but, Draymond being him, and then you add in the third party like this guy offensively now. Yeah, this is where Steph had his backup at. Now it was like, all right, this is why if for nothing else, Wiggins was why they didn't win another game for me. Steph was already had him in there at 2-1. But then you add a guy like Wiggins doing what he did offensively and defensively, no, they won't win no more games. It was over with. Yeah, it was over with, man. They wasn't going to win no more. And they didn't, as y'all saw. So thankfully, he stepped up, averages 18, 10. Hey, he was Finals MVP if Steph. Obviously, he was in that conversation. There was a lot of rumblings going on. Wiggins should get MVP now. Steph, I'm like, wait, we take Steph so much for granted. I'm like, y'all know Steph been averaging already. How the fuck you give it to Wiggins? If they would have lost, Steph could have been on some Jerry West shit. They could have given the MVP as on the losing team. Shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how hard he was coming. So they got a big thing to do with him contractual-wise, money coming up, see if they're going to pay him whatever. But just shout out to him, man. He had a great series. Shout out to Draymond, and then that bench for Golden State, man. Jordan Poole, hey, he finna get paid this year. He going to be a lot better. And then the rest of that bench, man. Them guys going to be back. Kevon Looney as well. Wait, and before I leave, oh, man, Looney. Hey, round of applause, Looney, man. The only guy left from that original championship run, not named Draymond, Steph, and Klay. Only guy left. And Iggy, obviously. Only guy left. And he showed why. Now they about to pay him as well. You know, he stepped up in very key games when they needed him to step up. Had a few 20 rebound games. And as the size of the Golden State Warriors, because they were relatively small, he kept them in a lot of games with his height, rebounding, getting them second chance points, being a presence in there, some form of presence. He's not the most athletic guy, but he can get off the ground a little bit. So, you know, just shout out to Looney, man. You know, so that's my thing for Golden State right now, man. Come and give them their flowers. Salute to them. Y'all got them fucked up. They're going to run this shit back at some point in the next 2-3 years. They're running this back again. Yes, I've been a Golden State fan for a while because I watched them ascend to heights 2013. You know? So, yeah, I got to root for them. You know, I remember how Draymond got on. Draymond got on because David Lee was fucking injured 13 or 14 middle of the season. And shit, this small ball shit they got going on had just started to just blow the fuck up. Like, when a guy like Draymond can guard all 5 positions efficiently, shit, now it's like, all right, you can have potentially 4 guys out there that can create offense, and you got 2 shooters. Now the defense, you just scrambling all over the goddamn place. You don't know where Stephen Clay gonna have the ball at. Then Iggy can still take you out the dribble and get his. Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. So I've just been watching these guys for a while. The coaching, the franchise, Joe Lacob, these guys are ultimate professionals. And I'm going to end it with this. You bum-ass owners. If you niggas don't understand this shit by now, you ain't never going to understand. Whether it be free agency or the draft. You not going to win unless you spend. Ooh. You don't win unless you spend. Now, you don't have to do that all the time, but more time than not you do. Because if you ever noticed, most championship teams, their bench are guys who are worthy of being starters. That's why it's hard to keep a championship team together, because guys get great. You get offered big money. All right, you got the ring now go get paid. That's the thing with professional sports. You know, if you can get the ring beforehand, you get it all at once, cool, but a lot of times it doesn't work that way. You know, it's like, hey, you get a championship, cool, but if not, get paid. And especially if you go get a championship while you was underpaid, you definitely going to get paid after you win it. You know. So that's definitely going to happen. You know, so just shout out to that whole franchise, man. They showing you guys what a franchise is made of and what professionalism is all about. And I'm rocking with them, man. You know, I'm rocking with them, definitely, you know. So they one of the best franchises ever. So that's my Golden State synopsis. If you don't like it, hey, I don't know what else to say. They are them, and we saw them. Literally. So we're going to see what happens next year and run it back. I'm going to be back soon. So thank you for listening, giving my review of the finals and on the Golden State Warriors. Congratulations to them. I have another episode coming up very soon. Going to get into all this crap out here, man. They banning abortions, yada, yada, all this shit. Y'all know I got to get into it. So we're going to dive into that for sure. Most definitely. So thank you very much for listening. Once again, catch this podcast on Spreaker.com. Catch me on Spotify. Catch me on Google, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Amazon, my YouTube channel, all those outlets at Stephen Eskridge. My socials, once again, Twitter, Stephen Eskridge1. Stephen Eskridge1, my Twitter. Instagram, Stephen ESKRI. Again, Stephen ESKRI. My Facebook, Stephen Eskridge. That's me on Facebook. This is the Better Late Never podcast. Be back with y'all very, very, very soon. Peace!